Welcome, fourth graders. We are going to continue learning a little bit about Aztec masks. We've learned a little bit about the Aztec culture, and now one of the things we're going to make is relating to Aztec masks. Now here are some examples of some Aztec masks that I was able to find, and this is early Mexico, pre-Columbian Mexico, and the Aztecs made masks to follow in a tradition of other cultures, and they were ancient. They had some religious connections. The masks were created mainly to be decorative. They weren't necessarily made to be worn. Sometimes they would hang them on walls, and sometimes they would hang them or put them on skulls and things like that. So, and oftentimes, like this one here, they used some turquoise. Some of the stones that were found in that region are turquoise, and they would decorate them with small pieces of turquoise all over, kind of in a mosaic style. And oftentimes they just had plain masks. You couldn't necessarily see through the eyes. Sometimes you could, but they were made to hang up and as decoration, oftentimes showing teeth like this. All right, so that's Aztec masks. Continuing in our unit on Aztecs. You're going to be getting some scissors and glue and a pencil. And a large piece of paper like this. You're also going to be getting some pieces of smaller paper to be cutting out to create some of the features. So first step is to take a paper like this one. It's the long 12 by 18 paper, and you're going to fold it on the long way, okay? So your first step also is we're going to round the corners, okay? We're going to create this rounded corner. So you're going to take your paper, and you're just going to, and if you need to, you can draw it out, draw a bit of a round corner there. Now I'm wanting to round the corners, which is the edges of the paper and not the fold. Okay, so if I cut this out all together, I got those together and those together, I basically get one large oval like that. Now, sometimes I do have students that round the corner of the fold instead of the edge, and they get something that looks like this. No problem. If you end up accidentally doing that, just go get a new piece of paper, okay? Because we do want our paper to look like this, okay? It's nice rounded corners, okay? Because then we're going to also create make it into a cone shape. All right, so now from here we're going to do two snips. We're going to snip here. If you've got small scissors, do two snips. If you've got big scissors, do one. Snip and snip, okay? And that is that. Now you're going to get some glue, and you're going to put a little bit of glue here on this little space here. And you're going to fold it in and do the same thing over here. A little glue, fold one over the other. Now this sometimes takes a few, I don't know, count to 50 and hold that in place. You may end up sitting here like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count to 50 till it sticks. Basically is what you want to hold it until it's sticking. Okay, now I have this shape. Got my mask. This is the beginning. Now, we're going to create somewhat of a symmetrical mask, and I have a couple of examples here with eyes, nose, and mouth. And symmetrical means that they're the same size. The eyes are the same size, the pupils are the same size. This is two sides of it matching, that kind of thing. So that's symmetry. And in order to get two of the same, you really actually want to cut them together. So for example, let's see, I'm going to get some paper here, and I'm going to make two eyes. And if I want two eyes of the same size, I need to get a piece of paper. Now I'm going to get a piece of paper like this, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cut two at the same time. And to do that, let's see, I'm going to get my eye shape. And now I'm doing kind of a football shape, a traditional eye. But your eyes can be whatever shape you want them to be, okay? I want two of the same, so I'm going to create and cut out two at a time. And in some cases, some students put three eyes or one eye, whatever you want. You kind of be the creator here. So I got two eyes there. And I'm going to glue those in place here. I also actually would like a round eye, and I believe I do have some lids up there. If you want to trace a circle, you can do that, and you can do 2 at a time. Draw out that circle, cut it out, and there I have those 2 eyes. Ooh, nice. All right, so you may have to start gluing these in place as you go to get them to stay put. All right. Da-da. Now, a nose. Now, you can do any kind of nose. I'm pretty open. This is your creation. You create this object, and it's yours. This is how the ones in the example I do are created. I'm going to fold again. I'm going to make this symmetrical, so I'm going to fold this and create them together. And I'm actually just going to cut from corner to corner. And now I have a triangle. I'm also going to give it just a little bit of a nostril shape here. And there I have my nose. I'm going to add that on there. Now it's up to you. This can go on just like that, or if you decide, you can kind of bump it up a little bit so that, and let it kind of hold right there, so then it sticks out just a little bit. That's an interesting option right there. Okay, now a mouth. Now this is the part that sometimes I have students have a little bit of trouble with the mouth, and they often will ask for more help with it. So I've got a piece of red paper or whatever color that you want. I'm going to fold it in half. Now this is the mouth that I'm going for. It's kind of a lip mouth like that. And it's round. And if you remember, if you've ever made hearts, you have to, you kind of create kind of a lip or a round. With a heart, you kind of go down like this. I'm just going to go across. So the bump of my lip, I'm just doing half a mouth because I'm going to unfold this. And the other half, lower lip, kind of goes like that. And then I've got a little bit of an opening there. So it kind of looks like a heart shape. So a rounded lower lip. And kind of come in like that. And it's going to look like that. And then cut out that opening. Just kind of like a V shape there. Cutting that out. All right. And there is my mouth. Now, those are the main things. I'd like you to add all sorts of kinds of things. Let's see. Fold this in half and make perhaps some things to embellish the face. For example, maybe some war paint or some sort of things that can go on the face. I can take some black and create some eyelashes. How would I make eyelashes, I wonder? Well, you kind of want it to be arced a little bit. Cut 2. And maybe a little bit of an arch to fit around the eye, and then snip those along. Okay? And then you can add them. You can bend them a little bit. That kind of thing. And add that right on there. So I've got 2 eyelashes. I might need a some kind of an eyebrow. So, and you can make those however you want. I'm going to use some of my scraps here. Create an eyebrow of some kind. Cutting 2 together, you get the 2 of the same. All right, now some hair. What you're going to want is some long strips, which I didn't seem to grab when I was putting this demo together. But here are some options for hair. So I'll have some long strips up there for you to utilize. And there's a couple options. You can roll that strip of paper onto a pencil. Roll it all the way, kind of squeeze it a little bit, press it, finger press it a little bit with your hands, and then undo, and there I've got some nice curly hair that you can add, kind of glue up here. I also have the option of creating more of a an accordion, and I think you guys know how to accordion fold back and forth, like so, and I've got kinky hair. Very good. Other options are to get something nice and some of the skinny paper up there, and let's see what color. Create a mustache. Create a little bit of a goatee. Maybe this is a blue devil and it has some horns. Create, oh, I know, I need some ears. So I'm just gonna create kind of a round C shape and create a couple of ears there. All right, so you've got a lot of options there. War paint, eyebrows, eyelashes, hair, beard. It's no shave November. So, and here are some examples here you can look at. So I've got this one that I had started. This one has some eyebrows that are raised. I kind of just glued them kind of in like this. This one's got some funky ears. And this one is not very happy. His eyebrows make him a little bit more expressive. So there's lots of options. I'm gonna let you go to it. You're gonna get a piece of large paper that you choose, some scraps. Pick up 5 pieces of scraps to start with, and then as you need more, you can come back, get your scissors and your glue and your pencil, and you may begin and get started on your Aztec mask. Happy cutting!